Let's take a look at the steps required for importing title blocks into SolidWorks to be used as a sheet format, and how to link custom properties in your part templates to text in the sheet format. To begin with, we're going to click on the Open button on the standard toolbar. And at this point, we're going to change our file type to DWG. I have an existing DWG title block, and I'm going to import that in to SolidWorks. So we'll navigate to the area where your title block is, and I've got a B-size title block here, and I'll open it. This will launch the DWG import wizard. At this time, I want to check two options on this first page: create new SolidWorks drawing and convert to SolidWorks entities. Click Next. The second page is a preview of that title block, and at this point I want to check the option here, layers selected for sheet format. This will ensure that the data that I'm importing is placed into the sheet format area of the drawing. I'll click on the layers in the column here that I want to bring into my sheet format. Click Next. The third page is where we specify the paper size. So I'll go with a B landscape, the actual drawing template that I've got created, and then I want to center this on the sheet. And you can see it does a great job of centering that on the paper size. Once you get these items defined, click on Finish to import your title block into SolidWorks. Here you can see there's a drawing template that's been opened, and my sheet format has been created for me based on the import. Now we're ready to go ahead and link those custom properties from an existing part template. To do this, we're going to make a sacrificial part. So I'll click on the New button, open up a new template, click on Part Inch, and create just a standard piece of geometry. Don't have to get too fancy here, just want some kind of solid model on the screen that will allow us to make a drawing view from it. That should work just fine. We'll quickly save that off as a sample part. And then we're ready to make a drawing view. So I'll Control Tab to get back over to my drawing template and insert a new view using the Model View tool. There's my sample part. And I'll just stick any standard view on the page. The purpose for this is to allow us to access the custom properties in our part template. And if I switch back over to my part template, you'll see that I've got standard properties defined under custom properties that I want to link to. I've got matching text in my title block, and this was actually imported from the DWG file. If you don't have those items as regular text in your DWG file, you can actually use the Note tool to put a piece of text in there as well. To access the sheet format content, do a right mouse click anywhere on a blank portion of the screen, and you'll see an option here, Edit Sheet Format. This puts you into the sheet format mode, and you'll notice that your drawing view has disappeared. So we're just really focusing in on the actual title block itself, and you'll see that you can actually select the actual lines and any other content in your sheet format. At this time, you can add additional text notes, add additional lines, and sketch additional items to go along with your format. You can see that the text has come in and been converted to SolidWorks text. So let's link a property to that item. I'll double click on the text customer to access the actual text itself, and make sure you highlight that piece of text. To link it to a custom property, come over to the Properties Manager, and there's a button here titled Link to Property. When you select it, it brings up a little dialog box interface that allows you to access SolidWorks custom properties. The default under Current Document accesses the standard SolidWorks information and any custom properties that would be residing in our actual drawing file. What we're interested in is the properties that are in the actual part template. To access those, we want to check the option here, Model in View Specified in Sheet Properties. I'll click on that option and go back to that same drop-down list, and there you'll see the addition of the custom properties coming over from that part file. I'll click on Customer and click OK, And you can see the placeholder that I had in that part template shows up now as that text. Repeat this process as many times as you need to link all of your text in the title block to your list of custom properties. Once you've got all the properties linked, we're ready to go back into the drawing. Right-click on anywhere on the blank page and click on Edit Sheet. The custom properties are now linked back to the part file. So if I go back to that part and make an adjustment to one of those properties, and switch back to the drawing, you'll see that information updates very quickly. It's best practice to have the properties stored in the part or assembly files that you're creating. That way the information can be easily linked to the title blocks once you have this connection set up. Now that we've got our template inserted as a sheet format and our properties linked to the text, we're ready to save this out as a sheet format and a drawing template. To do the sheet format save, we'll go to the File pull down and click on Save Sheet Format. Sheet formats have their own specific file type, and there's some generic sheet formats that come with SolidWorks out of the box. When you're creating custom templates and sheet formats for your company, you want to put them into a neutral file location outside of the standard program files installed. This way they will be backed up and secure from being lost. So I've got a folder on my C drive called Reference Data, and I've got subfolders here for templates and for sheet formats. So I'll just save off my sheet format, and we're ready to go. To save the template, we'll delete the drawing view and go to the File, pull down again, Save As, and in the Save As Type drop-down, we'll choose the Drawing Templates option. The same methodology applies here for storing these templates. I'll go ahead and put it into my C drive under Reference Data, under Templates, and give it a unique name. And that template is saved for use in other documents downstream. One last step is to verify that we've got the proper path for our sheet formats loaded into SolidWorks. To do this, we'll go to the Tools pull down, go to Options. On the System Options tab, access the choice called File Locations. And in this drop-down list here, one of the choices in the list is for SolidWorks sheet formats. So we'll choose that option from the list to access the paths, and then we'll click on the Add button and we'll navigate to that location. And you can see it adds it to the path here. This will allow us to access these sheet formats later on when we're inserting new drawings or changing the sheet size. When you're completed, click OK, and that path has been added to the listing. At this time, you're ready to make new drawings. So if you click on the New Drawing button, you'll see that the template's been added. And there's our new sheet format ready for use.